I want to share 5 ways that you can self-create yourself while you're running. What's up? It's Rob Cressy, and as we speak, I'm in the process of training for a marathon. On Saturday, I hit the halfway point, ran a half marathon, and because of this training, I'm doing 1 to 2 hour runs, so there's a lot of time for me to create myself. So I wanted to share with you my practice of what I do to take advantage of this opportunity. So number 1, I call my mile. So the first mile of every one of my long training runs and the last mile of every one of my training runs is for me. No music, no podcast, because I want to use that as an opportunity to, 1, get myself mentally ready, or 2, on the back end, to soak it in and really enjoy and create and be present in the moment. And this is such a beautiful practice that it's a gift for myself because number 2, what I do with my first mile is I speak my declarations out loud. And this is something that is part of my normal morning routine and self-creation practice. But when I'm going on a 2-mile or 2-hour run, all right, now I've got the opportunity to take advantage of that. So I'll speak out loud. I'm a masterpiece of health and strength. I'm the happiest person on earth, shining my light on everyone. I am unstoppable, and I'll feel into it. I'll feel the emotion and I'll visualize these things. And it's a great way for me to go through my 20 declarations while I'm going through a run. Number 3, well, now that we've got 2 hours to do stuff with, I listen to a personal growth podcast or course. Why do I do this? Because one of the things people so often say is, I don't have enough time to ... And one of those things is learning. So for me, I'm like, well, if I can go for a run and I can learn at the same time, boom, double word score. So I'm always learning something on my runs because I got tons of time. Number 4, spread good vibes. So on the training path that I go down, there's both a major street as well as a side street that has a single lane going both ways. And every time a car goes past me on the single lanes, I always make sure to flash the peace sign and a smile. And why do I do this? Because I'm a positive force for good that leads others to what's possible. And I love sharing good vibes. And this is almost like a game that I play with myself that, hey, will the person in the car who is coming towards me flash me the peace sign or a high five or something? And I would say the majority of the people do not. But those who do, it makes me smile because oftentimes it makes them smile because you never know what's going on in somebody else's life where maybe they were having a bad day and they're in their car and they're thinking about something negative, and here's someone who's running with a smile on their face and sunglasses on, shows them the peace sign, and boom, they flash that back to me, and who knows, maybe their favorite song comes on the radio then. Then all of a sudden you can help build that positive momentum. But the world needs more people spreading good vibes. So that's a very simple way for me to do it and do it for other people. And last but certainly not least, number 5, visualize. So knowing that I'm running for big goals, first the half marathon, next the marathon, I sit there and I visualize the finish line. I visualize the last mile, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to sound like. I envision the music, specific songs they're going to play. I can hear the cans with the coins in them where people are shaking them. And I can see the finish line where they say, and now crossing from Sarasota, Florida, Rob Cressy. And boom, I sit there and I put my fingers up like this because every single training run of mine, it ends at the end of my block. There's a stop sign with a crosswalk with 3 lines there. And I visualize that that is the finish line. And I think about my 3-month-old son, Maverick, sitting there smiling at me with my wife. And I really put myself in that moment because that is how I'm creating myself and what I am working towards. So those are my 5 tips for self-creation while running. I would love to hear from you. What do you do while you're going on your runs? Do you have a self-creation practice so that you use that time as a way to create yourself and serve you? You can hit me up on all social media platforms at Rob Cressy, or drop me a line at robcressy.com.